Oh, welcome back my gardening friends. Well, we're at home. Those are the apples that I collect from the side of the road where people, householders leave them out free for collection. This is my greenhouse grow room. There's the grow room. Nothing going on in the grow room at the moment. I've got to sort these apples out, but we do like stewed apples, and apparently these were cookers, but I think quite a few, they're the cookers. I think these are eating apples, and it saves us a few pennies during the summer, early autumn. So let's squeeze into the greenhouse grow room where we can give you a bit of an update before we look at the potatoes. So I'm under the wing lights at the moment. They're shining down on the Christmas potatoes and the New Zealand spinach, and there's the SP600, and you might be able to see there the potatoes are being drawn to the light as always, and you may also be able to see there the radishes. They're getting a bit leggy. Not sure whether the radishes will work within the greenhouse grow room. And there's my winter cabbage. They're all sitting in the trays with the capillary matting. It doesn't matter whether it's bowed, it'll still draw the moisture either way. The review on that is in my playlists under product reviews. So everything's doing fine. Lettuce growing well, couldn't come again. I may even take a few plants out and plant in the square foot gardening. Tea bags are drying. I'm fighting blight on the Christmas potatoes at the moment. Just keep taking the odd leaf off. Hopefully we'll get to a point where they'll be okay in the end. I've got to look back on my videos to see when we actually planted these, but New Zealand spinach is definitely doing better in here now than out on the vertical gardening. So let's have a look at these potatoes and explain what I exactly do. So these potatoes are the shop bought Jazz from my local supermarket. I've had these a while now, anybody that follows my channel, but I selected the potatoes that I wanted, and we ate the rest. Now these are very soft and squidgy now, and some people think, oh, they're not worth it, but don't destroy any of your potatoes while you're storing them, because once you put them in compost and they're drawing up the moisture, they go rock hard. They draw the moisture back in, and literally you could grow potatoes from the seed. But we plant them in the ground so that the tubers can form. So we started with this. If I turn round, we end up with this. This is the same potato as the seed. This is another recent lot. This was one from before, and this one is even longer, and if you remember, this is one that we pulled out before, and they're desperate to get out, but I've been a busy boy and I just wanted to show you this video as well, so you can control the stages. So as soon as you're ready, or as you think this potato's just going a little bit off, get it into your compost, cover it over, let it draw some water up, and it will draw the moisture in and then start growing. And if you want to hold them back even further, then you keep them in the fridge. Mrs. K has been really good. I've kept these rocket potatoes in here since the last few reveals of my Christmas overwintering potatoes. So they've been in our fridge in the house since about March, and they've gone no further. Now I've got this spare fridge. These are solid. None of these have gone soft. They've been kept cool. This is how the manufacturers keep our seed potatoes ready, and then they bring them out around about this time of the year or just about a month previous. for us to do our Christmas potatoes. So there's different stages. You can keep them cool in a refrigerator. I'm hooking this one back up now, mainly because my overwintering tomato challenge, they're all growing. Here in the UK we had a cool spell, and the last 2 or 3 weeks it's been really warm, and some of these tomatoes that we sliced up and put in the compost have started to grow. So I've got to get another champion dwarf stock just in case all the seeds germinate now. We're all right with the shop bought cherry. The lemon boy is okay. These are the strawberries that we bought from the shop, the massive ones. And which ones were they were covered? These were on the surface, and they've actually oh no, sorry, that's the black cherry. Oh, here we go. Here's the strawberry ones. There you can see the skins that we sliced up and put on there. They've dried out nicely. I'm not doing nothing with those until the spring, where I'll water them and then warm them up. Somebody did ask me how they were getting on. So they're the strawberries covered. These are the ones that are on the surface. Babette, who's in the garden, said they're better, I think it was covered, or was it left open? I'm not sure, but anyway, she gave me some advice, so I did a bit of both. There's a black cherry that they haven't germinated, but like I say, they have. Plants will always find a way. Nature will always find a way. So that's the reason for starting the fridge up. I need to get those in, especially while we've still got these warm, damp conditions here in the UK. So just to summarise, whether you actually save a shop-bought potato or your own seed that you're digging up now, keep them cool over the winter, keep them out of the sunlight. Doesn't matter if they go green. And then as soon as you want to bring them on, you can get them planted. Digwell Greenfingers, he does things like this, and I learnt from him that the potatoes draw the moisture back into the seed, so he's well worth a visit to his channel. That's Digwell Greenfingers. And then you can bring them on, and these now have got to be planted in these buckets. This one is my own Sarpo seed. The rats took the rest, so I only ended up with one. This is one seed potato in there, but look at the amount of haulms that are coming out there, and it is quite tall, but it's just flopped down. Now it's got rather big and leggy, but hopefully we'll get some nice potatoes out of these 2 buckets for Christmas Day. So simple to do, so simple to bring them on. And I've got the luxury of having this grow room. The lights produce heat. That's coming out the grow room. The heat comes into here. We've bubble wrapped the surface to stop condensation forming. And this is an old grow tent that was thrown away with some compost unscrupulously by cannabis growers. I've got one that I used to cover the car, and this year I've used this one to help reflect and hold the heat, but it's not doing me Christmas potatoes any good because I'm getting blight on them. Just the right conditions for blight in here, moist and warm. Second light of microgreens. This is where I'm going to get clever. I must get some more planted, else we're going to run out. So I hope you found this interesting. It's things that I've learned from others and by experimenting myself, and it's surprising what you can achieve. And of course, if you want to be like me, another way of storing the potatoes is to just leave them in the ground. This is what I'm thinking about my permanent bed. During the lockdown, I planted my potatoes really deep. I normally grow in containers. These are the best potatoes I've ever grown in this bed of spare soil. It's filled roughly the same as my beds. Check out the playlists for the building of the no dig raised beds. And we've just, all I do now is fertile a few potatoes out. I'll mix some log ashes within that, and then I'll put the odd potato back into the rows, and hopefully we'll have another crop for next year. But I will be saving a few each, probably half a dozen of each variety in that fridge, just in case the worst happens, just so I don't lose the varieties that the kind fellow viewers, subscribers and creators have sent me to try. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm just going to show you a few bits of jobs for September. So happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. Excuse me.